Splitting up duties in the household is like one of the most important parts of like a relationship because it's where you're spending most of the time together. This is why I say people get triggered when I say it. I don't think you're even dating until you live together because until you live together, you don't really know who the other person's like.
Arriba.
Hey, ¿cómo estás, amigos and amigas?
¿Cómo estás? Siéntate, papi.
Hey, papi, mami.
I'm back again with another video.
We are in, as you can tell, guess Puerto Rico.
So guys, come to the location if you want to see us from live. All the Puerto Rican mummies, guys can stay at home. Yeah, out here in sunny Puerto Rico, eh?
Yeah. And soon we'll be going to Colombia and Medellin. It's Medellin in Colombia.
Yes,
Medellin, Colombia.
You got it.
And Lima, Peru.
For like 2 seconds, and then we're gone.
I'm just mentioning places where we get visa-free. Ireland.
Pretty much. Ireland's one of them.
Ireland, Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, that's a
Thailand, lot. Philippines.
Skip me for Thailand, but I'm there for the rest,
Kong.
Boys. Hong Kong is also one of them.
Yeah,
really?
14 days. Yeah, guys, here is a channel where we educate you, where you can go visa-free. It's a South African, because applying for visas is just flames. Anyways,
She don't have the title of this video. It's just a debate at Pearly Things, Nate's girl. So
I actually really do love her because she's so tall.
Fair.
I don't know.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah,
just
a woman can say that, but why can't I? You know,
it's a funny thing because it's like you know, it's been ongoing for a while that men generally prefer a shorter woman over a taller woman. But I think, and I was also on the tangent as well, but like,
if you can protect a taller woman, you
that's the thing. I'm also on the feels that like I actually also like tall women. Like there actually is really something about.
Yeah, we just want to get picked up and swung around. Hey, that's what you're saying. No, say it like it is, friends. This is a safe space.
I was gonna say legs for days, but hey, that's it, I guess. So yeah, let's get into this clip.
Splitting up duties in the household is like one of the most important parts of like a relationship because it's where you're spending most of the time together. This is why I say people get triggered when I say it. I don't think you're even dating until you live together because until you live together, you don't really know who the other person's like. And once you start living together and you see what the household duties are like, then you get a feel for what the relationship is.
I mean, I just think that like I don't know. I feel like that stuff can be worked out. Chores, like
hold on, wait.
But I remember what this was about. Basically, the whole thing started because at Pearly Things, argument was that she doesn't understand why couples could break up and they could have such big problems over something as minuscule as household chores. And so the people on the panel were arguing against it, saying that, and they were in relationships, by the way. They've been married or are currently married or something. They were saying that it is a big deal because it's like when the person that you trust and are with refuses to do their bit, it can become a massive problem. And it isn't just about the chores, it's literally just about them not doing their part. And that's what gets to them, you know what I mean? Especially if you come home from a long day of work, you come home, you see horses and a mess person just sitting in the corner. It's like, yo, you know, what's going on here?
No, I do understand.
So that's the argument. And this specifically, I cut, was just mentioning, do you know a person until, you know, do you really know a person until you live with them before you get married kind of vibes? I remember we had the arguments earlier as well, off camera.
I don't agree with it because I think it's people feel like you have to date and live together in order to know a person. I think that's I might step on a few toes, but I think that's dumb because like, I don't know, you on that belief?
Kind of, yeah, I actually am, but I want to hear you first, so go ahead.
My thing is, like, if you really find someone that you want to be with and you're willing to work with, you're going to serve them and you should serve them. So both sides should serve. But just because you live with someone, once you live with someone and you're dating, you get too comfortable as well. There's so many other aspects, but you get too comfortable in that setting. So what's the point of marriage now? Because I'm getting everything that should be, you know, subjected to marriage and for marriage and all of that. But I'm getting that as a guy, just the way I think. If I have it all, in that sense, well, why should I ask you to marry me? Just going off of like my logical thought process, there's no point.
Is it?
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's an interesting perspective.
That's how I see it. So I almost lose it almost loses the value. Marriage is supposed to be coming together. Now when you get into marriage, you're supposed to figure stuff out. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Some person dropping their sock every day will annoy you, and sometimes it's not the sock, it's the argument you had before, and it's all the things that you leave around, and then that one sock is there one day. You know what, you and your socks. But that's the thing, and that's where communication is key, maturity is key, and serving each other is key. But this nonsense, you gotta know someone, live with them before you. It's utter nonsense, bro.
Is it?
I think it's utter nonsense.
Okay, for me, I hear that point, in that basically your argument is it devalues the whole thing of marriage by partaking in something that is supposed to essentially be for marriage and marriage only. It could be the same thing with sleeping with someone before marriage, basically same idea and mindset. I hear that, and my thing is, I remember when I had this argument with you before, and your sister was there as well. You guys had the same thinking, essentially, and you feel like, okay, now that you've gone through this whole thing before you're married, what's the point?
But really, what is?
I hear you. But for me, it's like, they're just certain. I'm not thinking with a negative mindset per se.
Yeah,
but
I'm
just
also
certain
thinking
things,
with a positive mindset.
'Cause I think when it comes to that, right, there are certain instances where there are very important things you need to learn about a person when you live with them, right, and you get to learn them while you're with them. And I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to be with them prior. For me personally, it's the opposite. Like, I get to be with the person prior marriage, get to experience all these great things with them, sometimes even negative things. Oh, no, for sure, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Like, this is for sure now. Like, I'm crazy about you. I accept the good with the bad. And that's also another thing people need to go.
But why can't you accept the good with the bad before you even see some things about, like, how dirty they are, how bad they leave the bathroom?
If you learn it, like, off bat new. I don't think it's a bad thing as well, but I'm just saying a choice for me personally. That's just how it is. If someone wants to go about it the other way, I'm like, okay, I hear you. But it's also like, I've seen instances and heard of instances where people, like, it falls apart so badly. It's like one of the leading things in cases in divorces is when someone feels like they've never known the person before. Like, I married this person, now I'm
people are being
learning.
fake. That's another thing.
You see,
People are being fake all the
now
time.
at the same time, living together and getting to know each other on that intimate level prior to marriage will get rid of all of that, in a sense. I think it'll put all out. The fake person will reveal themselves, right, at the end of the day, either before or after marriage, whether you're living with them or not. I'm thinking living with them prior, at least you'll get to see it earlier. That's my perspective. I think that's how it logically works in my head. So you can decide there and then. And I'm not thinking, I remember your sister came with the point earlier, and that you're more inclined to give up if you see negative things about your partner prior to the marriage. I don't see it as giving up. It could be a thing of maybe you guys don't really want to be together. And I'm not talking about the things that could be minuscule, like being dirty or this, that. They're just certain things, bro. You get to understand about a person when you're really with them in that setting,
but my
that
thing
close.
is,
Before
what
marriage.
that sets you up, it sets you up not to try hard enough, because like when you get into
I
a
think it
marriage
depends on the
setting,
person. Some
we
people
can
are just
argue that,
inclined to, like, you know.
But like once you've made a commitment to each other, it's like, I'm gonna be with you. And you see, the thing is, the core values, as long as the core values are in line with each other, that's all that matters. All these other things we can learn and we can teach each other. But then people want to say, oh no. Then what happens is we basically teach each other, or like prepare for divorce, because whenever something gets too hard,
like there's a way out kind of thing.
There's a way out, and
back door open. I can see that perspective.
That's the thing. And then people keep on bouncing from the next person. I'm going to live with this person for 2 years, then this person for 5 years. Then do you really think you'll be able to stand a marriage? Because now you've trained yourself for marriage, and you've just trained yourself how to divorce, and that's why the divorce rate is so high, because so many people are training
leaving
10
the back
years.
door open,
For 10 years, 20 to 30, they just living with this person.
So basically, it comes down to the fact that people just aren't putting in as much work anymore.
It all takes work.
And
two to build, one to break down.
I think what we're speaking about right now is definitely, I don't think they make or break factors per se. I can agree with that much. I think it depends on the person per se. So for me, it's a regardless thing. I would personally like to get to know the person on that level before I marry them. If not, it's not the biggest thing in the world. It's not a make or break for me, but that's just something I would choose. You're the opposite. Well, not the opposite, but you would like to experience that.
I'm down for you. So like, I'm down for
regardless.
You. So if you have like certain bad habits or traits, and if I don't pick them up while we're courting, while we're dating, or whatever you want to call it, then that's also on me. I need to pick up those things. People can hide them, yes, but they will filter through the cracks, and it's.
That's the thing.
If you lie to yourself, you'll see all the red flags.
At some
you will
point,
see
they
the
will
red
come
flags.
out. Yeah.
You don't need to live with someone to see. So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. So the biggest things are the red flags. The rest you can work out. Oh, I don't know how to cook. Well, we'll learn how to cook together. Oh, this person is always late. Okay, we'll work with that. Then you have to say, oh, we have to be at this place at 10, even though you have to be there at 12. Sometimes that's what working together is. Not like legit. It's
compensating for blackness. Kidding, yeah.
It's just finding a way to work together, and that's my thing. So
I hear you. I think
living
it's
together won't
definitely
fix your problems.
I think it depends on the person and the responsibilities they're willing to take on. It's like, I know I'm the kind of person that, yes, I'm willing to work through pretty much a lot of things with different people. Well, only if you have those core values in place. Like you mentioned, the core values are the most important thing. What we're talking about right now, external factors, they matter, but not as much. Core values are everything, like, essentially.
For instance, like just from a bro's point of view, like there's certain things that I do that annoy Hamlet, right, in a living space, and there's certain things that he does that annoy me. It never changed. It didn't change. Like, even though they annoy me so much, or even what I can do can annoy him so much, I don't think it ever changed that. Nah, this is still my bro, this is still my bro. And I get it's the different setting. But I think some of that goes into that. It's like, nah, when it comes to a romantic setting, it's like, this is my person. Yeah, they're gonna annoy me, but I don't, and then maybe there are more things that you'll find out about me, and then it'll be like, but this is still my bro, so I still got him. So that's just where
that's how you perceive it. Okay.
Anyway,
me personally, I'm very measured.
Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah,
because this one is quite interesting. It's polarizing. A lot of people have different views.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.